Hello and welcome to the channel. You join me here, Captain James Bollinger from the Sussex Smuggler YouTube channel, and today I'm going to show you via video. You've already seen the photographs on my Facebook page, the Sussex Smuggler with a capital T, John Collier's Walk to Church. And I'm really looking forward to this one because although it's a bit of a blustery, stormy day today, there's not many people around. The shops are all open and the street is as close as it would have been to the 18th century and of course John Collier's time. John Collier, I'll put some more details up in the description, and at the end of the video was a lawyer, an ally to the Whig government, a prosecutor of smugglers and a defender of smugglers as well. 6 times mayor here in Hastings, that's where I am, by the way, in case I didn't mention that. Hastings, East Sussex, yet again I know, and I'll be taking you on a tour, a brief walk from his residence, which is behind me, and then on to down to his parish church, St Clement's, and where his tavern was, and there you have it. That would be John Collier's walk. So we'll try and put a commentary together on the way. We'll keep this running, and bear with us. You'll see some quirky architecture from Georgian and Tudor, and quite possibly in between times and contemporary times along the way. Just a nice short journey, a lovely brisk walk to come to on a Sunday perhaps, or a bank holiday. In all weathers really, that's why I'm dressed up. I'm not quite used to wearing all this modern gear, but let's start the walk, shall we? I'm going to turn you around, and there we have it. Hastings House, old Hastings House, and that was John Collier's residence. We'll zoom in on that a bit more. I think we can walk up to, I don't believe anyone does actually reside in there, but we've got a plaque on the wall. I've taken a photograph of that. It confirms it. And there it is, Georgian built, gorgeous building. And that's his main residence, and that's where his family grew up. And he administered a lot of his business from there, because he was an agent and state manager for the Duke of Newcastle and the powerful families around Sussex, like the Ashburnhams, etc. And you see the wall along here. Some of it. Yeah, this is a and of course, that 111 half High Street. You see that too often, do you? 111 next door. The age of some of these. The quirky is that they could tell some stories along here. So yeah, getting back to John Collier's walk to church. He was a very religious, pious man. Hold on a minute, let's have a look at these bricks here, look at those. The age of those. Got to be Georgian, no, probably need a bit of repointing. But the elements certainly get to them here at Hastings. A lot of the standing buildings and that are discoloured and weather beaten, as they would be. But yeah, look at these down here. Got a modern building there. We watch these steps as we go down. A narrow high street. For as many pubs as there are in Hastings, there are churches. You've got what we call in Sussex a twitten there, Salter's Lane. And what function that had, Salter's Corner, that house is called. Everything has a quarter or an area for its trade down this high street, as we'll see. So we carry on. The first in, last out pub up there. Lovely sign on it. I'll get another shot of it the other side. We go along. So we have to turn around on that. There you go, Free House. Lovely. Brilliant, look at that. Everything tells a story along here. Look at that down there. Great for a photo shoot. And we continue. Look at that property. course, Hastings in the 18th century, in John Collier's time, would be hustling and bustling with pirates, smugglers, fishermen, agricultural workers, coachmen, sailors, harlots, everything, highwaymen, the lot would all be down here at this very influential town upon London and its politics, because it's a port. Not many people know this. It's actually a port, not a seaside resort. It has a very rare beach port that still operates to this day. So if you want some nice fish and chips, do come down here, because they're some of the best. So there's a former pub there on the corner there, Duke of Wellington. Let's pan over. You can see the top of the funicular over there on the East Cliff in the distance. And there's the old Roebuck pub there. They've been converted into flats. What do you think about pubs being converted into flats? And a way of saving the building, I suppose. And somewhere along here should be a blue plaque that denotes where the old bank was. Let's tuck in here into the doorway. You're welcome. Very narrow along here. Oh, here we are, look. If you need to make a withdrawal, 1791. It's the old bank. There we go, all the way up there. Lovely building. Let's see if I can get a shot from the street. We've got cars coming up at the moment. There we go, gives you an idea. Should be able to get across the street in a minute. There we go. Look at that. Different perspective, I suppose. Different point of view. POV. Down the high street towards old Hastings House. There we go. It's starting to be commercial, some shops that are open. Oh, well worth a rummage, believe me. Worth a look. Some of them are like museums with some of the stuff they've got in. Motoring on now, as quick as I can. Bit of rain coming in. I'll try and get this done. Let's get back over the other side of the road. And there we go. Fantastic. These fantastic Georgian bay windows. Look at that. Brickwork there. It's probably Victorian. All the odds and sods of buildings down here in the high street. Some would have been around in John Collier's time, and the numerous smuggling gangs that existed in Hastings, the transport gang, the Hawkhurst gang, and of course not forgetting the VO Amsterdam crisis that was breached in 1749 that took place a mile or two down the road at Balderlide. So there's another curiosity shop. The rain coming in a bit now, so I'll have to try and speed this up a bit. Down there's the old Courthouse Lane, that's where the old town hall used to be in John Collier's day.
Probably not necessary. It's already got.
So I'm going to take a dive up the Twitton here to St Clement's Church. I'll be tempted to go in for a pint by that pub. Oh, here we go, up here. Look at this, isn't this pretty? This takes you back. It's like going back in time. There's the back of St Clement's Church up there. There are very old cottages along here. Watch these flagstones, they're a bit slippery underfoot. Oh, and the rest of the cemetery in there. Worth to have a look of a bit of a gander, because I believe all the Collier family are buried here at St Clement's Church, but sadly a lot of the stones in the weather have faded. Must have a map or a plan or something. As we go up here, to Croft Road, very similar to the High Street in All Saints Road. I have to bring you that another time. The old church house, lovely lavender house. I wonder what that might have been back in the day. Put your comments, take your guesses. I think I know what it was. That must be a house of ill repute. That lovely twit. It's great, the hodgepodge way these buildings have been put together over time. That lovely Victorian villa, absolutely gorgeous. It's right up into the sky. And here we are. I took a bit of a shortcut down the Twitten to avoid the crowds, and that's where he'd be going to church, probably through those doors there. If I look up the tower, I'll try and zoom in actually, you'll see, this is before John Collier's time of course, you'll see, or you should see, a bit higher, I've zoomed in as much as I can, you'll see a cannonball that was fired by French Dutch pirates in 1720, would you believe? It's still up there, look at that. Well, it's probably cemented in, it's well fixed now, isn't it? So that would have been John Collier's walk. Oh, we've got the bells going now, what a bonus. Lovely. Oh, how gorgeous. Look at that. Now where him and his family are buried on the church site, I don't know yet. That's for quite possibly further investigation. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous and wonderful? It's into the churchyard. This probably would have been like on a Sunday for him. Very pious man, done a lot for the town by the way. Got the town's first fire engine and water supply down the valley that we just walked down the High Street. Look at that. An absolute bonus. I wasn't expecting that. Have a look around here, you'll see several graves. The weather's gotten in on them. You can't distinguish what's what and who's who. There's several tombs as well here. We work getting hold of the church at the same time. I know we lost a lot of children in their early life. We lost a couple of sons. But a very prominent character here in Hastings. And quite sadly, only a few bits and pieces marked out about, and there's one road and a plaque. A bit insufficient really. That's why it's important to document some of this local history that is all around us everywhere. But yeah, there we are, look at that, wonderful church, lovely. And the added bonus, of course after church no doubt he probably went for a nifter, a pint of ale, and he's likely he would have gone over there to a tavern.